Hello and welcome back to our channel. Today, we're diving into some significant developments from the front lines in Ukraine. In a powerful demonstration of its evolving military capabilities, Ukraine has reportedly executed a highly successful strike against a key Russian military asset. This isn't just any target. We're talking about a convoy specifically tasked with repairing and maintaining Russia's advanced Iskander ballistic missile systems. The incident, which has been widely reported and analyzed, marks a major tactical victory for Ukrainian forces. These Iskander systems have been a constant threat, used by Russia to launch devastating long-range attacks on Ukrainian cities and critical infrastructure since the beginning of the conflict. By hitting the repair convoy, Ukraine isn't just taking out a few vehicles. They are disrupting the very logistical chain that keeps these formidable weapons operational. This action directly reduces Russia's ability to sustain its missile barrage, potentially saving countless lives and protecting vital infrastructure. So, how did this happen? According to available information and video footage that has surfaced, Ukrainian reconnaissance drones played a crucial role. These eyes in the sky likely spotted the convoy moving through occupied territory. The convoy appeared to be a mix of specialized repair vehicles, support trucks, and potentially even some components for the Iskander systems themselves. Once identified, the coordinates were relayed to Ukrainian artillery and missile units, who then unleashed a precise and overwhelming strike. The footage shows multiple explosions engulfing the convoy, suggesting a well-coordinated attack that left little chance for survival or escape. The weapon system used by Ukraine in this strike is believed to be the US-supplied HIMARS, or High Mobility Artillery Rocket System. HIMARS has been a game-changer for Ukraine, offering unparalleled precision and range. Its ability to shoot and scoot, fire its rockets, and quickly relocate before the enemy can retaliate makes it incredibly effective and survivable on the modern battlefield. The destruction of this high-value target is another testament to how Western-supplied weaponry, combined with Ukrainian ingenuity and determination, is leveling the playing field. The strategic implications of this strike are enormous. First, it sends a clear message to Russia. No part of your military machine is safe. Even your most advanced and protected assets are vulnerable. This puts immense pressure on Russian military logistics, forcing them to rethink how they move, supply, and repair their equipment. They may have to pull their repair depots further back from the front lines, increasing turnaround times and reducing the operational readiness of their missile brigades. Every hour an Iskander system is down for repairs is an hour it isn't threatening Ukrainian soil. Second, this success is a huge morale booster for Ukrainian forces and the Ukrainian people. It shows that their fight is not just one of defense, but also of proactive, intelligent, and effective offense. Each successful strike like this proves that their strategy is working, and that they can inflict significant costs on the invading forces. For the international community, it reinforces the effectiveness of the military aid being provided and underscores the importance of continued support for Ukraine's defense. Now, let's break down the Iskander missile system itself to understand why this is such a big deal. The Iskander, known by its NATO reporting name SS-6 Stone, is a mobile short-range ballistic missile system. It's one of the most advanced weapons in Russia's conventional arsenal. Its missiles can travel at hypersonic speeds, making them extremely difficult to intercept by most air defense systems. They can carry various types of warheads, including conventional high-explosive, cluster munitions, and even tactical nuclear warheads. Russia has relied heavily on the Iskander to hit high-value targets deep inside Ukraine. Therefore, degrading the operational capacity of these systems is a top priority for the Ukrainian military. This particular strike highlights a critical vulnerability for any advanced military. The logistical tail. You can have the most sophisticated tanks, planes, or missile launchers in the world, but if you can't fuel, arm, and repair them, they become little more than expensive pieces of metal. Ukraine has been masterful at targeting these logistical weak points throughout the conflict. From the early days of hitting fuel convoys to more recent strikes on ammunition depots and command posts, this strategy has proven highly effective in slowing down the Russian war machine. This attack on the Iskander repair convoy fits perfectly into this broader strategy of attrition. It's not just about destroying equipment, it's about systematically dismantling the enemy's ability to wage war. By targeting the repair and maintenance units, Ukraine is essentially attacking the immune system of the Russian army. It's a smart, efficient use of their limited but precise long-range assets. The aftermath of the strike, as seen in reconnaissance footage, shows complete devastation. Wrecked and burning vehicles litter the road, a clear sign of a direct and accurate hit. Military analysts have been poring over these images, identifying the specific types of vehicles destroyed, which helps confirm the nature and purpose of the convoy. The loss of such specialized equipment and trained personnel is not something Russia can easily replace. Unlike a standard truck, these repair vehicles are complex and produced in limited numbers. The personnel who operate them are highly skilled technicians who require extensive training. Their loss is a significant blow to Russia's operational capabilities in the region. This incident also showcases the incredible evolution of the Ukrainian armed forces. At the start of the conflict, they were largely on the defensive, working to halt the initial invasion. Now, they are conducting complex, multi-layered operations that combine intelligence, surveillance, and precision strikes. This demonstrates a growing sophistication and a mastery of modern warfare tactics. They are not just using the tools provided by their allies, they are integrating them into a cohesive and effective warfighting strategy. Looking ahead, we can expect Ukraine to continue this approach, targeting logistics, command and control. And high-value assets, like the Iskander systems, will remain a key part of their strategy. Each successful strike not only degrades Russia's military power, but also chips away at the morale of its soldiers and commanders. It creates a constant sense of threat and uncertainty, forcing them to be more cautious and less effective. For Russia, this presents a significant challenge. They must now find ways to better protect their logistical chains. This could mean deploying more air defense systems to cover rear areas, changing their routes and timings for convoys, or breaking them up into smaller, less conspicuous groups. However, each of these countermeasures comes with its own costs and complexities. It stretches their resources thinner and adds more friction to their military operations. In conclusion, the annihilation of the Iskander repair convoy is more than just a single successful battle. It is a snapshot of the current state of the war, a highly adaptive and increasingly capable Ukrainian military leveraging advanced technology to strike at the heart of Russia's war machine. It's a story of precision against power, of intelligence against brute force. This single event encapsulates the resilience of the Ukrainian spirit and the effectiveness of a smart, asymmetrical strategy. It serves as a powerful reminder that in modern warfare, the ability to see, understand, and strike with precision can often be more decisive than sheer numbers. As the conflict continues, we'll be watching closely to see how both sides adapt. Will Ukraine be able to sustain this pressure? And how will Russia respond to these increasingly effective deep strikes? The answers to these questions will undoubtedly shape the future of this conflict. Thank you so much for watching. We'll continue to bring you the most up-to-date analysis and reports from the front lines. If you found this video informative, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of our future updates. Stay safe and we'll see you in the next one.